This is the beginning of Act 2 of Thornton Wilder's The Matchmaker. This is Minnie, and this is Mrs. Malloy. I know it's none of my business.
Speak up, Minnie, I can't hear you.
But do you,
Minnie, you're a fool. Say it. Do I love him? Of course I don't love him, but I have 2 good reasons for marrying him just the same.
Minnie, put something on that hat. It's not ugly enough.
Not ugly enough? I couldn't sell it. Put a sponge on it.
Why, Mrs. Malloy, you're in such a mood today.
In the first place, I shall marry Mr. Vandergelder to get away from the millinery business. I've hated it from the first day I had anything to do with it. Minnie, I hate hats.
Why, what's the matter with the millinery business?
I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman. While I have nothing to show for it, I can't stand it.
Why, no one would dream of suspecting you.
Minnie, you're a fool. All millineresses are suspected of being wicked women. Why, half the time all those women come into the shop merely to look at me.
Oh?
They enjoy the suspicion, but they aren't certain. If they were certain I was a wicked woman, they wouldn't put foot in this place again. Do I go to restaurants? No, it would be bad for business. Do I go to balls or theaters or operas? No, it would be bad for business. The only men I ever meet are feather merchants. What are those 2 young men doing out there on that park bench? Take my word for it, Minnie, either I marry Horace Vandergelder or I break out of this place like a fire engine. I'll go to every theater and ball and opera in New York City.
But Mr. Vandergelder is not...
Speak up, Minnie, I can't hear you.
I don't think he's attractive. But what I think he is, and it's very important, I think he'd make a good fighter.
Mrs. Malloy! Take my word for it, Minnie, the best part of the married life is the fights. The rest is merely so-so.
I won't listen.
Peter Malloy was a fine arguing man. I pity the woman whose husband slams the door and walks out of the house at the beginning of an argument. Peter Malloy would stand up and fight for hours on end. He'd even throw things, Minnie, and there's no pleasure to equal that. When I felt tired, I started a good blood-warming fight, and it'd take 10 years off my age. Now Horace Vandergelder would put up a good fight. I know it. I have a mind to marry him.